Good morning, fourth graders. This is Mr. Cates, and this video is a continuation of our lesson that we were doing this week on music. So, if you missed today's lesson in person because of our distance learning, don't worry, you can check out this video and it will give you all the information that you missed out for our in-person learning. So, without any further ado, let's take a look. Right, everyone, we're going to start off where we left off last time, which was with beat and rhythm. So, rhythm, remember, is the long and short sounds you hear in music. Essentially, just the words of the song is the rhythm of the song. Beat, on the other hand, is the steady pulse you feel in music. Now, when you're tapping your toe or you're getting in the groove, that's the beat. That's what we're feeling. Now, how can understanding beat help us? Well, it's very helpful if we're talking about meter. So why don't we talk about meter? First, what is meter? Well, in math and science, meter is a unit of measurement. Like 1 meter is a distance. It's 1 meter, and then you could have 2 meters, and then 3 meters. You may have seen a meter stick in the past in your classroom as well. A meter can also mean something that measures something else, like a device. Like a gas meter measures how much gas there is, or a thermometer measures your temperature, a thermometer. So, in music, though, meter has to do with units of beats. We're going to learn about meter using this song here called Hi-Ho, the Rattlin' Bog. Let's take a listen.
Hi-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley-o.
Now in this bog there was a tree, a red tree, a rattling tree.
The tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley-o.
Now on this tree there was a limb, a red limb, a rattling limb.
The limb on the tree and the tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog in the bog down in the valley-o.
Now on this limb there was a branch, a red branch, a rattling branch.
The branch on the limb and the limb on the tree and the tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley-o.
Now on this branch there was a nest, a round nest, a rattling nest.
The nest on the branch and the branch on the limb and the limb on the tree and the tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley-o.
All right, so that was Hi-Ho, the Rattlin' Bog. It's an Irish folk song about a bog. And you may be wondering, what on earth is a bog? Well, a bog is kind of like a swamp, but it's a swamp that you find in the cold northern countries of the world, in places like England or Ireland or Scotland or Norway, places where there's a lot of water because it rains a lot, but it doesn't have a lot of warmth, so the stuff doesn't quite grow like tropical plants. So you find a place that's got a lot of water, like a lake or a swamp, and you grow a lot of moss on that lake or swamp, and that moss dies, and it floats down to the bottom of the lake. And instead of decaying, it turns into something called peat. And as the layers of peat grow and grow and grow in that lake, eventually you will have a bog. And here's a picture of a bog that we can see. They've taken the bog, and they've actually cut down to the ground. That's the ground here, and this is the bog on top. And all of that is peat. And you can actually burn peat. That's how people used to get warmth in this area. As you can see, no trees, so you can't burn wood. So they would burn peat. They dry it out and burn it because it is organic material. So that is what a bog is. All right, so let's get back to the music. Now, music is made up of sets of beats. We can find these sets by feeling for strong and weak beats. Each set starts with a strong beat. So when you're listening to a song, you can feel whether it has 2 beats in each set, 3 beats in each set, 4 beats in each set, by feeling for those strong and weak beats. And we're going to do a little activity to find them. So what we're going to do is we're going to make units of beats by patting the strong beat and then clapping the weak beat. So first we'll start by patting our legs once, and then we'll clap once. So that's a unit of 2 beats. Then we'll pat, clap, clap. That is a unit of 3 beats, so that's 3 beats in each set. And then we'll pat, clap, clap, clap. And we'll do this with our song, and we'll see which one feels the best. Let's give it a try now. Let's start with pat and clap. Pat, clap, pat.
Now in this bog there was a tree, a red tree, a rattling tree.
The tree in the bog and the bog.
Let's do
down
pat,
in the
clap, clap.
valley, oh.
Pat,
Hi-ho, the
clap,
rattling
clap,
bog and the
clap,
bog down
clap.
in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh.
Now on this tree there was a limb, a red limb, a rattling limb.
The limb on the tree and the tree in the bog
Let's
and
do
the bog
pat,
down
clap,
in
clap,
the
clap.
valley, oh.
Pat,
Hi-ho, the
clap,
rattling
clap,
bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh.
Now on this limb there was a branch, a red branch, a rattling branch.
The branch on the limb and the limb on the tree and the tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh.
All right, so if you said that 2 beats in each set, so 1 pat, 1 clap felt the best, you are right. Let's read now about meter signature. The meter signature of a song shows how many beats there are in each set. A song that has 1 strong and 1 weak beat in each set could have a meter signature with a 2 on the top. So let's go back to our song, and here we see it does indeed have a 2 on the top. So this is telling us that this song has a meter signature of 2 beats in each set. Now, once we know the meter, we can now start doing some fun stuff to the music. First thing we notice is that we have these bar lines. These bar lines divide the music up into different measures. So here we have 1 bar line. Here's another bar line. And then here is 1 more bar line. And those are dividing the music up into these measures here. So these are our measures that we can see. Now, the measures are actually made up by the number of beats in each set. So in this song, we have 2 beats in each set. So every measure has 2 beats in it. That's how we divide music up so we can read it easier. And that's why understanding beats is a really good way to be able to understand meter and being able to understand reading music. Well, I hope that that was very helpful for you, and I hope that you've learned a little bit more about meter, because meter is super important in being able to understand how music works and how the beats are divided up. So learning about meter is very, very cool. So until next time, go Leopards!